Well, today we are going to talk about selecting, purchasing, and storing equipment for physical education and athletics. It will not be very long. There's actually three or four main things that I'd like the students to remember from the chapter. And this is chapter 11 in Crow T and Bucher. And then it's the first few pages of chapter 7 in the Horan text. In fact, on page 127, they have, on Horan's text, has 6 or 7 different things about purchasing, and they're called common principles or guidelines, and it's very important to take a look at those. The other ones I'd like you to take a look at are in the front part of chapter 11 in Bucher Crow T, and particularly the part that are italicized. There's a section there about guidelines for selecting equipment, first of all. There's 6 or 7 of those. And then there's a purchasing, and we're going to spend some time on that, so I want you to pay attention to some of those guidelines. And then we also have to think about, once we purchase it, what do we do when we get the equipment? So how do we label it? How do we put things on it? How do we store? How do we check it? And especially, how do we store items to get their best use, particularly with uniforms for teams, storing of equipment. We need to think about how to best store it, how to best care for it as far as washing, as far as who's going to do that, what kind of instructions are given to either the athletes or is one person responsible for doing that. So those are some of the things I'd like to have you do today, and I'd like to also refer you to the PowerPoint. Okay?